What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to G-Ball Vision. Today we're taking a look at some very functional knives that are also very fun and fidgety to carry. We're going to take a look at the Migron Moyero crossbar lock first. This is an early 2024 release from Migron, and they are coming out of the gate swinging. 14C 28N on the blade steel. We have a gray DLC finish with that drop point blade. We have the original cutout that comes on the original Moyero. We have a nice clean show side. They keep everything nice and clean. We just have the emblem there on the pivot, which looks very good. I wish more companies would do that. The crossbar lock is done very well. We have some nice protrusion there. That way it's easy to grab, easy to disengage. I have no issues whatsoever with this crossbar lock. For their first attempt, I think they knocked it out of the park. We have blue micarta. Couple different micartas and blade finishes are available. White Mountain Knives, G-Ball 10, 10% off of your order. Black G10 backspacer. We have a matching gray DLC titanium clip. And in stock on White Mountain Knives, getting 10% off takes these down around the low $50 mark, which is absolutely insane for everything you're getting here. The Migron Moyero crossbar lock is coming out hot this year. So we're going to stick with the crossbar lock for this one, but we're going to dual thumb studs. We have the Kaiser Task here, satin finished, Warncliffe-esque, sheep's foot-esque style blade here. 154 cm. Kaiser does their 154 very well, and they've been doing their edges just phenomenal over the last year or so. And Kaiser has, in my opinion, the best crossbar lock in the game. It's adjustable. Other companies are starting to catch up to that, but I still think Kaiser is the best. We have dual thumb studs for your opening method here, and it is just ultra satisfying to open and disengage this knife. We have some nice protrusion there, easy to grab a hold of, easy to disengage. We have Kaiser's typical perfect micarta here, nice and fuzzy, nice and soft, but still maintains that nice grip. We have open construction, 2 standoffs, internal milling for weight relief. We have their standard deep carry rollover clip that is going to be reversible. That's one thing where the Moyero kind of, screwed up on. They didn't make this left-hand carry friendly, but the task here is, and that's a great job by Kaiser. This knife is very fun to carry. Yet again, you can use that crossbar lock to open and close the knife, or you can just use the thumb studs. You're getting function, you're getting great materials, and you're getting a knife that is going to be fun to carry. The Kaiser Task has really caught my eye, and it deserves some extra limelight. Now we're going to a flipper-only knife, guys, and you want to talk about dependable, reliable, well-built, functional knives. Take a look at OffGrid. If you're looking for a knife that is functional and meets all the requirements of being a good pocket knife, a good quality pocket knife, take a look at OffGrid. They offer something for everyone. Different sizes, different blade shapes, different configurations. They just do a fantastic job no matter what you're looking for. They have a little bit of everything. In this case, we have a nice long drop point blade with a gray DLC finish. We have 154 cm on the blade steel, which OffGrid does some of the best 154 in the game. This flipper tab, guys, is so well executed. It has become possibly my favorite flipper knife of all time. It's just so well done. The jimping, the way it's rounded, you can light switch it, you can push button it. It's just so well done. You can flip it around and do the old middle finger off the side flick with this guy if you want. It's just so well done, and they tune the detent just so perfectly on this guy. OffGrid has been a sleeper for too long, and we will be shouting their name from the rooftops here at G-Ball Vision. We have textured G10 handles, G10 backspacer, a nice ultra deep carry, minimal steel rollover pocket clip that's been recessed and is reversible. This thing comes in, I think, right around like 90 bucks, guys, and you are going to get a full-size, well-built knife that's going to hold up, do its job, and also be very fun to carry. You have that great access to the liner. This thing is a nice, controlled drop shut action. This thing is just unbelievably good, and I can't believe I've slept on OffGrid so long, but no more. We will be fully invested in OffGrid, and I'll have links down below for this guy here. And yes, I know we've had this one on as of late, but this one has been very, very impressive to me. We're taking a look at the Kuby Talia, and we have a satin finished D2 blade, drop point, and this is a full size boy here as well. And Kuby is running a crazy sale right now on their D2 collection. The entire D2 line is having an insane sale. Some knives as low as like $20. And this falls into that category, the low 20s, which is insane. To get a satin finished D2 blade that is done very well. Kuby does a good job on their D2. We have a nice cutout and front flipper for your deployment, and this thing is tuned to the gills. You can just thwack that blade out every time. The flipper tab comes up perfectly in this case with some nice fine jimping. It's not hurtful. It works just perfectly. It's nice and grabby. You sometimes get jimping that's basically worthless, that shouldn't even be there. In this case, they did an excellent job on this design. Tuned perfectly. Love the jimping. Love the cutout. We have some nice G10. I believe these come in Ultim and a plethora of other colors. Deep carry steel rollover clip. We have a reversible clip as well and a little lanyard hole. Great access with some jimping on this guy. And to come in around the $20 price point right now is absolutely insane. I'll have the link below with the coupon code that'll take this down to the low 20s. Absolute game changer when it comes to if you want to learn how to front flip, you want to learn how to reverse flick. This is a perfect knife to start off with. It's very cheap, very inexpensive, but done very well to the point where if you're trying to learn how to reverse flick or you're trying to learn how to front flip, this is a perfect knife to start off with trying to do those things. The Kuby Talia, I'll link it below and you can head over there and check it out. The next one up here, we have the Kaiser C, guys. And before we get started with this one, I've heard some people say when Metal Complex unboxed his failed. And I don't doubt that at all, because it's definitely a possibility. The variations between one model to the next, mine could be perfect, and the next one off the line might fail. And in the case of mine, it is durable. It is strong. I've tested it multiple times. It is solid as a rock. The spring in this thing is very, very well done. We have multi-deploying options with dual thumb studs. We have a front flipper and a rear flipper tab. And like I said, guys, you know, it's kind of the luck of the draw. You could very well get one that doesn't pass. Now, I haven't heard this model having that issue. Usually, if it's a widespread issue, you will hear it across the board, as I've only heard of one case, and I'm sure there's more, but if it's not a design issue, then I think you're going to be pretty safe. And if you get it somewhere reliable, you're not going to have an issue getting an exchange or a return if there is an issue. 154 on the blade steel, nice PVD coating. I absolutely love this drop point blade here. We have some jimping up on the spine. All the deployment methods work very well. Thumb flick, reverse flick, front flipper, rear flipper. The spring is tuned perfectly on this guy. We have good access to the button. We have layered micarta, and it's very nice. Some stuff I've never seen from Kaiser before. We have this very long lanyard hole here, reversible, deep carry clip that's been recessed. The Kaiser C has really been a surprise to me, and it is definitely one that I would pick up again. And just so we can show it here on camera, I already did it in the unboxing, but let's show we have positive lockup. It's not closing. Let's see what we got here. It's solid, guys. I showed it in the unboxing as well. And just remember, Metal Complex is banging his on a padded plastic table, and I'm using a piece of actual pine on a solid table. So big difference between that kind of testing. So I don't doubt if his is failing on that padded plastic table. It's definitely an issue with that exact one, but for the most part, we tested it here, guys. This thing is solid. I've tested it multiple times. I test all of them multiple times. That way I know and can give clear and concise information, and this one is solid. The Kaiser C, guys, a nice little gentleman button lock that I love the blade shape on. I love this drop point blade. It's just so beautiful, so well executed. I could do without the lanyard hole there, or the lanyard spot, and I might cut that off someday, but otherwise this knife is absolutely perfect for a gentleman button lock knife. Next up, we're taking a look at one that's gotten a lot of pocket time recently. This thing has been very surprising as well. This is the Saivi Chevalier 2, and I've said it before a couple of times now. The revamp and refinement from the version 1 to this one, I show that in the unboxing as well. The refinement from version 1 to this version is absolutely incredible. We have solid lockup in there, great tolerances, nice spring strength. We have 14C28N on this beautiful sheep's foot blade. We have a fuller and flipper for deployment, and all of them are easily accessible and usable. And like I said, with that strong spring in there, guys, it has just made this an ultra pleasurable and fun knife to carry. And not only is it functional because we have a good steel, we have solid lockup yet again, we have nice aluminum handles, we have a milled tie clip that I put on there myself. It comes with a deep carry rollover clip, but this is a knife that deserves a titanium clip because it's so well done. It's such a classy looking knife, and we have a solid knife. I'm impressed with the companies who are doing these newer button locks. They are nailing it. Strong springs, great tolerances, solid lockup. It's hard to ask for much more. If they're giving me a pleasing deployment with strong springs, they have good tolerances in there, we have solid lockup, it's fun and easy to enjoy the knife, and the materials are executed well and finished well, you can't ask for much more, and these are coming in at a great price as well. So I'm happy with the way things are going. Whether you hate or love button locks, at least they are refining them, making them better, and they're light years better now than they were 6 months ago. So they've really been putting in the time to refine these button locks and do a better job. Of course, there'll be some issues along the way. That's going to be the case with everything, no matter what it is. But for the most part, I think they are starting to get a stranglehold on these button locks, and they are starting to really dial them in. Let me know what some of your favorite functional and fun knives are to carry. I love hearing your guys' input. And it also gives me more information to do more videos just like this. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you're new to the channel, or you've been here before and you're not subscribed to the channel. What are you doing? Hit that subscribe button down below the video. I would love to have you here. Otherwise, guys, I will catch you on the next one.